My psychologist asked me if I suffer from suicidal ideation. And I said no, but I'm not sure I understood the question. Are you asking if the reason I stopped apologizing for being late for everything is because some days it feels like a miracle just to get out of bed? Are you asking if I've thought that leaving my hands dead center on a steering wheel means I need to think about all of this, and all of this, and all of this, but 6 degrees in either direction, and that all goes away? Are you asking if I'm always aware of the sharpest knife in the house? Are you asking if my first response when I found out my cousin had been diagnosed with cancer wasn't sorrow, but envy? Because he has a wife and 2 kids and I have so much more use for his tumor than he does. Are you asking if I know what the first search result is when you Google, what is the best way to kill yourself? It's the number for Lifeline. Why does the search engine want me to live so much more than I do? Are you asking if the reason I gave away my Motley Crue ticket was because the concert was 3 weeks away and that was approximately 2 weeks and 6 days longer than I was expecting to live? Are you asking if I cringed every time a teacher told me how much potential I had? Because I knew that my aptitude for geography wouldn't mean shit if I was still so terrible at living, and what the fuck does ideation mean anyway? It's nothing more than 6 degrees of separation on a steering wheel, making sure there is always one very sharp knife, the static iTunes play count on every Motley Crue song, the scar that I still see on my chest, even though it's been 10 years now and the skin is completely healed. It's the promise I made to a friend that I'd never try to take my own life again. Why am I so fucking great at keeping promises? I haven't even spoken to him in years. I doubt he'd even remember. I should have made that one of the terms and conditions of the promise. I wrote a series called My Life and it's starting to drag. Nobody watches anymore. All the best characters left long ago. There's only one guy who's been around since the beginning and he just talks about death a lot. He's consistent like that. His cousin has cancer and he thought he could take the tumor from him if only he could will it hard enough, because he knows people don't talk about those lost to cancer quite like those lost to suicide. And if he killed himself, everyone would say that he chose to die, but don't they realize that every day he didn't kill himself was a day he chose to live? I stopped apologizing for being late for everything, because every day I get out of bed is a day I choose to live. And if I am so terrible at living, then I must be even worse at dying, because I am standing right here. And yeah, my psychologist asked me if I suffer from suicidal ideation. And I said no, because suicidal ideation suffers from me. It keeps coming back for more and I kick its ass. Every time!